NetWatcher is a managed cybersecurity service offered by the Defensative company. NetWatcher is similar to the services offered by a physical security company, but instead of warning you about someone physically breaking into your office, NetWatcher warns you when a hacker is breaking into your company's network and stealing your data, and much more. NetWatcher alerts you of security issues on your network that need to be addressed, such as external exploits or malware running on infected computers, phones, or tablets. NetWatcher also reports security hygiene issues that can lead to security problems, such as employees visiting compromised websites, employees using out-of-date or risky software, or employees sending personally identifiable information over the internet in clear text. NetWatcher can also provide you a view of all the assets, computers, phones, and tablets, you have on your network. Now, let's go through the steps to install the NetWatcher sensor. Step 1. When your sensor arrives, you can either use our patent-pending advanced traffic redirection technology that enables you to plug in the sensor with zero configuration, or you can configure a span or mirror port on your router or switch to enable the sensor to review all the network traffic. Step 2. For the NetWatcher sensor to see and understand your traffic, it needs to be on the inside of your network and positioned in a location where it can see all of your internal traffic. Specifically, the sensor needs to be on the inside of the device that is doing your network address translation. Step 3. Then you start receiving real-time alerts. For you to understand the rest of the presentation and demo, you need to understand the workflow of data from the sensor. The sensor does deep packet inspection and creates events when it sees an anomaly is apparent on the network. Those events and corresponding network packets are sent to the NetWatcher cloud and correlated over time to determine if there are issues. If there are issues, then an alarm is created and you are sent an email or a text message based on your profile. Now let's show you around the customer portal. Let's assume you received an alert that there was an issue and you logged into the portal and you see that one of your assets has adware. Let's review everything that is on this screen. Every user gets assigned a profile. They are either a business user who just wants to know the facts in layman's terms, or they are an intermediate user that can read a TCP/IP packet and knows a bit about security. We will also soon have an advanced security analyst profile. If you change the profile, the user will get a different set of information. This user, Scott, is set up as an intermediate user. At the top of the page, you are provided with a quick overview of the issue, such as this one, which relates to the adware BetterSurfB. Note that it is a bit technical given the profile is set to intermediate. The asset information for the computer, tablet, or phone that has the issue is also displayed along with the severity of the issue. In this case, it's low. As you can see here, the issue also gets a comprehensive description of the security issue. Note that since the user is set up as an intermediate user, they also get an intermediate section with more technical details. The options to the right of the screen allow you to create a ticket with a help desk, search the help desk, or a community forum for others that have discussed the same issue. You can email this issue to someone else, or you can mark it as a false positive and close the issue. Then one of our security analysts will review it for accuracy and use it to make our rule set better. Note that we are also working on a remediate button that will trigger the endpoint to remove the problem. This will require additional software and will be an additional cost. There's more to come on this soon. As I scroll down the page, you can also see our recommendation in regards to how to deal with this issue. Given this user profile is intermediate, they will also see all of the events that were correlated on the sensor and sent to our cloud to determine if an alarm was necessary. Users can also collaborate with each other on the alarm, as you can see here. Now let's move over to the dashboard. The dashboard allows you to load different widgets that are useful to you from our NetWatcher store. For example, our executive dashboard gives you a full situational awareness picture of all the security issues on your network and allows you to click on each item to see the detailed alarms. We also have many other widgets like the top assets with alarms. This widget shows you who the top offenders are in your organization. We have other widgets such as top assets being scanned, top assets with users sending PII data in clear text such as passwords, and unsafe software running on your network. Widgets like these can help you point out users that need to be trained on the vulnerabilities they are creating on your network. We have a widget for top risky software running on your network. In this example, there are 4 users running the Tor browser. We also have widgets for top vulnerable software running on your network. In this example, we have 60 assets that have an outdated version of Java, one of the most exploited vulnerabilities. With this widget, you can see if any of your users is violating a corporate policy and visiting explicit sites. You can also track all of your alarms over time. You can save a view of your dashboard called a preset and view it in the future. You can have as many presets as you desire. NetWatcher's Reporting tab is very valuable, especially if you have the need to report on compliance mandates. With the menu, you can create, install, and view reports. If you're on the Create Report tab, there are multiple items you can report on, from events and alarms to tickets. You can also produce reports for your executives. If you choose a type, then include the columns you want to see on the report and choose the from and to date range. The report will be automatically generated in front of you. You can then apply any filters that you might want for the report. Then simply run the report, save it for later, or make it a recurring report that can be sent to you daily, weekly, or monthly. If you choose the Your Reports tab, you can search all of your past reports, view your recurring reports, look at your report history, or choose Action to download a report that has already been run. NetWatcher has a rich support desk where you can create tickets for support, track how many tickets you have left, and view all of your open or closed tickets. We also have a rich wiki with numerous articles in regards to remediation, setup, compliance, malware, and exploits. We also have a community forum. Under the Configure tab, you have the ability to upgrade and add sensors, or extend the contract, or add additional support tickets. The Configure Contacts tab allows you to add additional contacts to the system. The Configure My Sensors tab is where a user can view all of the sensors on their network. The Sensors Group tab allows you to name your sensors and add them to groups. This would allow you to create groups of sensors for different parts of the organization. For example, East Coast sensors and West Coast sensors. We also give you the ability to upload network configuration documents so they are in one place for your team. Security analysts really like the Advanced tab where they can choose between looking at all the latest events, our Simple tab, or a set of grouped events, the Group tab. You can create all kinds of interesting filters and save them, and if one of them is ever triggered, you can have the events sent to you via email or text message. This makes it easy to set triggers if you are looking for certain types of events. The event list in this view starts with the latest events, and you can see which events have corresponding alarms. The group view is very powerful. Combine this view with some complex filtering and you have a very powerful tool that allows you to easily find the needle in the haystack. Most analysts like the group view so they can easily view the events that have occurred just a few times. If you click on an event and look at the detail, you can see the signature that created the event, the asset that triggered the event, and the host that the asset is communicating with externally. You can also see how often this is occurring from the date of the first time the event happened to the date of its last occurrence. As you scroll down the page, you can also see the packet header information, the packet itself, and you can easily download the PCAP into Wireshark, all the related events that have occurred on the asset, and collaborate with others by commenting on the event. For those of you that are managed services providers, we also provide a portal view, what others might call a single pane of glass, into all of your customers. This MSP view allows you to do everything we've seen in the customer portal across all of your customers and much, much more. This concludes the presentation. Thank you for listening. You can find us at netwatcher.com.